Alrighty, and we're back again with another. I know you guys are loving this. Ask me for it every day. Another competitive threes grind. I know. Everyone's asking. Okay, I was a little confused on what the play was there, but everyone's like, man, I know he's gonna get it. I'm waiting. I know he's gonna get it. When is he gonna get it? Trust me. I'm wondering that too, because I mean, I say it all the time, but I was literally, not even trying to be that way, but I was literally a game off GC. And now I'm sitting at like 1340, but I mean, it's only really, at the end of the day, it's only like 5 or 6 matches. And I always in my mind think that like, if you really are GC in threes, you're not going to be like 1420, you'd be like 1440, 1450, like. My mind, like your rank should always, like, if you're a certain rank, you should always be a little bit higher than what it is. Like, you shouldn't like be the start of that ranking call. Like, there's so many people that are like 1440, 1450 and twos, and they call themselves GC because, like, yeah, that's the rank of GC, but you're not GC. You know what I mean? Like, you just touched the GC. You're just fondling the balls of GC. That's basically it. I shouldn't have went there. I should have went all the way back. But now we're all the way back. I trust Jelly there, Loki. It's not the greatest 50, but it's not the worst. Let's see what happens here. Trust Jelly, he seems like a good teammate. Nah, I do think, I mean, if you watched yesterday's video, we did lose both the matches, which was absolutely tragic. I really wanted to win that because once you get right around, damn, I should have doubled that. But once you get right around Division 3, that's when it starts to, like, the threes matches fully change. What a shot, Jelly. I said I trust Jelly. Jelly looks like he's pretty nice. But the reason I'm telling y'all about yesterday's video is you should go watch it. Is, like, I think I've, like, already learned this, but in the sense of, like, I think that the real way to, like, genuinely play threes and, like, how to try to win in a threes match is, like, basically all, especially random queuing, unless like the match calls for you to play differently. But how you should basically start every match is like basically playing extremely slow and extremely back. You know what I mean? Because like, and the reason I'm just saying that is if you watch the, damn, I should have low-key touched that, we could have scored there. But you watched the one yesterday, it's like I tried to, and I mean, if you watch a lot of my footage videos, there's a lot of days where I just like, I'll feel like I'm doing good. And I try to, like, not even trying to be this way, but I literally try to just do too much. Nice shot, brother. Good shot. But you see what I mean? Like, I try to do too much, and it's, like, simple shit like that. Like, an easy, simple little 50 pass is what really gets you the wins in threes. Like, because, and I was thinking this, and I said it, like, there's so many, like, oh, I'm so sorry, team. That was just bad by me. But there's so many people that, like, only play, like, not even only play, but like they're oh my god, I squished you too early, dude. That is literally, that entire goal right there is all my fault. I put us in that position and then I missed an easy save. But there are like twos and ones are like, well, twos is obviously the most played game mode by like not even close. It's like double more than any game mode. But ones, like a lot of people like ones, especially YouTube wise or like just like social media wise in general. People love watching YouTube. Or not watching YouTube. I think people have always liked watching YouTube, and I don't think it has to be Rocket League ones that you like watching YouTube for. Like, people like watching ones a lot, you know what I mean? And so, like, I think that, like, especially for somebody like me who most of my career, like, there was a point in time where, like, I kind of was, like, a ones main, you know what I mean? And, like, even, like, now, twos is still my highest rank, you know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like y'all, you know exactly what I'm trying to say. Like since twos and ones are the most like popular ranks, that's most people's play styles are based around like a solo-ish. I shouldn't be jumping at that. That's literally just me being stupid. But it's like focused more on a like twos, or not twos or ones, but more focused on like a ball chasey solo play style. I gotta save that, dude. That's 2 saves I gotta have to get us these ones. I mean, we can't have stuff like that happen, but I can't be sitting there at the thing. And then, because that's another thing, is like, I mean, I've like come to learn and accept it. But I genuinely think that that is just a thing of Rocket League, is that like basically points will also like always be like a what a team play, dude. I don't even know how that worked, but it worked. But points will always be like a like you see what I mean? Like I look at this and I go, oh, I'm on the bottom. I must be the worst player in the lobby, even though that never is actually, especially in a game mode where 3, like where I said like the little things are what like actually like make the team better, make it easier to win, you know what I mean? Like yes, getting saves and goals are the most important things at the end of the day. Well, actually, and I would say that they're the most important thing just for like the game wise, but the better you get, I think most people realize the better you get, it's not really about scoring goals or saving, it's how you score or save it. Because like I said, it's the little things that kind of like genuinely make you better. You don't have to like sit here and worry about making a mistake, you know what I mean? You don't have to sit here and like worry about, oh, I'm on the bottom of the leaderboard, I have to do better. Because and I said it like first of all, I think that the biggest thing with threes is you got to understand that like your teammates, they think that, you know what I mean, they think that they're that guy, they think that they are trying to win also, you know what I mean? And so like sometimes you got to accept that, yeah, I could have better touches, yeah, I could do certain things, but if I just chill back, get, like I said, like for example, this match, what happened? I started sitting there getting dumb touches that would put me in weird positions that I had to try to sit there and get, like, not the craziest saves, but I had to get good saves for. And it's like, and then both times that we got like kind of easy goals was literally from me just doing like the most simple thing of all time. And I think that's what I'm truly starting to realize with threes. Like I said, like I played twos since I started playing, and then since I started playing, twos and ones have always been what I play. And so I think going from like playing twos and ones from literally every day for like the last, like, not every day obviously, but most of the time for like the last, what, I've been playing since 2018, so that would be 8 years. I'm right about that, right? That's 8 years, maybe more, but I think 8 years. So playing two, like, because I never really played threes. Like I would play threes obviously, but that wasn't my thing. And so that's what I'm trying to say. You go from playing twos and ones all the day, where, like I said, you got to be so much more ball chasing. But I genuinely think that, like, if you just learn to, like, literally, like, not do stuff like where I just did, where I had to kind of, like, I felt like I needed to go for that boost right there. If you can literally learn to just relax and not sit in net, but basically just kind of sit back, let your teammates do most of the dirty work, and then, like I said, you do the easy stuff and be kind of like the cleanup crew. That's how you win threes. And that doesn't mean that you're not necessarily a bad player. You're just, your skills or what you've learned or what you've gotten better just isn't needed for that match. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like, I definitely, like, I've hit, if you watch my videos, I hit resets, and like, I'm not like a freestyle or anything, but I definitely can go for nice shots. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can hit nice shots, and I've hit a decent amount of good shots. But that's just not what I'm needed for in most matches. Most matches, what I'm actually needed for is genuinely just defense. And that's another thing I've said before that I kind of sometimes forget with Rocket League, because especially because like I'm trying to like record videos for y'all, is that like, even by myself, like sometimes it's like when you're playing by yourself, you're not even so focused about winning. You're more focused about, like, literally, like I said, like trying to hit nice shots and kind of trying to look cool and trying to do certain things. And then it's like, and I think that's the issue, is like threes, that is not, you can't play threes like that at all. I guess that's what I'm basically ranting about and getting to, is like twos and ones. I've said it before, like if you're a freestyler, you should go play ones. Like, ones is like the best thing to, I feel like, do as a freestyler. But same thing, like twos kind of too, but like threes, I wouldn't, damn, kind of bad touch by me, but I wouldn't like focus on trying to like basically freestyle, I guess, or like I said, like I wouldn't focus on trying to be that crazy. Damn, dude, that was crazy, bro. I gotta hit that. That was literally a goal I just missed, wide open, and I just missed it. But yeah, you shouldn't just be too focused on like dude, what am I doing? I'm doing some dumb shit. But you shouldn't be too focused on trying to be the best player. I feel like this is the like first mode where like being the best player, like you like I said before, I've said it before, like sometimes I forget to like actually be the best player. You gotta be the best player. But I think this is the one where like being the best player isn't about like I've always known that being the best player isn't about your mechanics, but this one is literally just like being the best player in threes is just more about like your timing, your pace, your consistency throughout the match. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what threes is. Threes is way more like, it's way more focused on like your like mindset, I guess, and like how much more focused you're on the gameplay than everybody else in the lobby. Cause, and I'll say that's the one thing, like, and I guess it would be the same thing with threes and stuff if you played that all the time. But I genuinely do feel like in threes, like you have to have, so like there will be matches in threes where there is genuinely nothing that you can do, because you'll have people that play styles don't mesh with yours, and you'll just have stuff that kind of just doesn't work, especially the higher level you get. Whereas like ones and twos, like obviously if you're playing ones, you might sit there and go against Squishy one day, but or not. Well, I mean, yeah, Squishy's insane, but you could go against Squishies and you could go against any of those people. But then, oh, I gotta like score, dude. But I feel like you could be like, yeah, these guys are crazy, but that's because they're crazy and better than you. There's no excuse. Whereas like threes, I do feel like there sometimes is an excuse, and you genuinely kind of just basically have to accept that, like I said, like it's not, there is no, I was about to say if he missed that I might have like coughed up a lung or something, but yeah, there is no, oh, I didn't think he was gonna get that, bro. I could have been there. Had to make sure I got a decent kickoff. We'll go all the way back here, we'll just see what they do. I'll get a half whip. I should be able to get there. Nice. Wait for him to touch it. He thought I was gonna wave dash. Loki, that should be. Oh, come on. We had a better opportunity there. I don't know if y'all can tell I'm kind of focusing up. It feels like we got to OT and like everybody changed. Like the whole match just fully like changed what it was. Like everybody seemed like they were kind of ball chasing. Now it seems like everybody's kind of taking their time, relaxing. I really thought he was gonna hit that, dude. If Beezy hits that, we might get a goal out of that. That's a phenomenal demo. That's two really good demos, actually. I did not. I should have trusted my teammate. We're getting super lucky right there. Super lucky, super lucky. I think, oh, another thing in my little rant that I'm doing is that like my biggest issue sometimes is like understanding that there's 6 people on the field, and you gotta like, even if you don't like fully trust your teammate or you don't fully think that he knows what he's doing, you gotta kind of just basically live with it. Decent save, decent pop. BZ might be able to get that. What a fucking shot, dude. What a, you see what I mean? Just a simple save. Literally that entire monologue I just did ends at the end of the game with a simple thing like that. Like he misses, look, he missed the boost, he missed something simple. The little things are what cost them the game, and the little things are what won us that game, because that wasn't even that was like a, like, not a crazy save, but that was a needed save into like that little. I could have sat there and tried to do an air dribble. I could have tried to do a crazy flick. I could have done a moxie flick. I could have done whatever, but just get the save and get a little pop as a pass to BZ, and that is what gave us our best opportunity for the entire game. I won't well, I'll kind of say that, but I won't really say that. But you know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to say, is like that whole monologue. And I think I finally, like, because I'll say I figured it out and I like say it, but that's because like you're like right on the edge of it. I don't know if you can see that. I'll wait for it to go back, but on my like little hot streak thing, my little challenges, it said competitive matches 6 out of 7. That was kind of funny. But like I feel like that's kind of like, I feel like I genuinely have, look, win 7 competitive matches, 6 out of 7, 6, 7. I'm sorry, I'll go jump. But I do feel like that was like that really does show that, like I said, like you can be bottom of the leaderboard every time. But all you need to do is simple stuff like that, and that will win you the games. I do think if you focus more on passing to your teammates and trusting your teammates, that is what will eventually win you the game. And that, like, you can't be like me, like, where you lose 2-3 games in a row and you start getting mad. You got to understand. I was looking at somebody today who he's SSL in 2s. He literally has over 1,000 games played. He's had to play over 1,000 games this season just to get to SSL. So that shows you that, like, especially if you're not a pro who has been SSL since the game came out, that you're going to have to just accept a lot of losses. And most of the people in SSL are people that play with people all the time. So if they're playing thousands of matches, that lets you know if you're random queuing, you're gonna have to do even more. So I really feel like I've fully come to understand that, like, I enjoy the game, and I shouldn't let somebody who's having a bad day affect my enjoyment of the game. But like I say, at the end of the day, I'm learning every day and I'm getting better, and that's just a part of life.